Dear learners, today I am going to discuss about the introductory part of DBMS. Now, this is an abbreviation which stands for Database Management System. So, we will discuss about this in today's videos. Now, first here comes database, and if we subdivided database, you will get data. Now, here comes the question, what do you mean by data? In many definitions, you can find data are the raw facts and figures, but in context to database management system, data are the facts that can be recorded as any individual items or as a set. I will discuss this about set. What do you mean by set? Means anything that can be recorded as any individual items. Those items can be termed as data. Now, what do you mean by as a set? Suppose I am entering some data of a class, student details. Suppose in related to that, the details of the student, we are entering the data of name, class, role, address, father's name, mother's name. So all are togetherly comprises the details of a individual student. Then the data here is individual items, that is name is our data, that is class is our data, father's name is our data. So all this togetherly comprises the characteristic features of a particular student. So together data is termed as a set. So anything that we are entering as a fact or that can be recorded as a fact can, in terms of database management system, can be termed as data. Now next come, what is database? Database basically a collection of data in an organized form. You may say organized form means data may be arranged in column format. So in that format we can categorize or identify each and every data properly. So a collection of data in an organized form is called a database. Not only that, a database should provide a card mechanism. Now what do you mean by card mechanism? C for creation means it will provide a mechanism through which user can input some data. U, that is updation, means if user need any modification in his or her data that is inputted or inserted previously in the database, that can be modified. As well as retrieval, if I want any data from the database according to my wish, the database has the ability to provide me the query or the data against that query of the user. Number 4 is deletion. D for deletion. Deletion means if I don't want any data to be stored in the database, so I have the ability or authenticity that the database should provide to delete those data. Means unwanted data can be deleted from the database. So that is the card mechanism. So what do you mean by database? The database is a collection of data in an organized form and which provides a mechanism of creation, updation, retrieval and deletion of data from a database. Next come, why we need this database? That is the purpose of a database. Why you need this database? To store huge amount of data. You can say that we don't need database to store data. Suppose I want to store data of 10 people. So for 10 people I can use a diary as well as a notepad. But when that data or the item stored in the database increased, suppose I am dealing with millions and millions of data. Suppose we can give an example. Nowadays Amazon is providing a service where millions and millions of users or clients are interacting through the site or through the app. That means the Amazon site is dealing with millions and millions of data. At that moment, what we will do? Will it be easier for us to note it down on the paper or copy, or it is easier to type on the notepad each and every time. So there must be someone who can organize all these things and store these things. So here one purpose is solved, to store huge amount of data. When we are dealing with huge amount of data, we need a database. Next, to provide an organized structure. Organized structure means the main motto again of a database is to use the memory space optimizingly. That means these data are stored electronically in a database, that is a hard disk or hard secondary devices where the data are stored, all are electronically. So to buy that storage device we need to pay something, or it has some expenses. So to utilize the storage efficiently, so data should be organized in a structural way so that data can be retrieved easily or managed easily in the database. So that is the second purpose of a database, to provide an organized structure. Means it store data in the form of rows and columns, that is logical storing of data. Next purpose of database is provides query, create, modification and deletion of data that is stored by the user. Means it provides a query, that is user demand, user creation of data, user if want to update any data, or if user want to delete any data. So all these facilities should be there in the database to fulfill this purpose. So these are the purposes that are fulfilled by the database. Now next comes database management system. Now what do you mean by database management system? Database management system is basically a manager that manages all these data, trillions and trillions of data that are stored in a database in the form of rows and columns, or you may say in the form of tables. So what database is saying? The definition is saying that a software programs that interact with end user and other application programs and with the database itself to capture and analyze the data. Suppose I have a school student files where there are many students studying in different classes and all are stored in a master database file. Suppose if I want the students, those who are below 7 years, I want the name of those students only, or the student who are studying in class 1, I want the name of that student only. So at that time, out of that thousands and thousands of database management system, what it is doing, according to my need, he is fetching all those data and provided it to me in no time, means efficiently. That is a software programs that interact with end user. End user means that is we. Which suppose this is a storage device, that is a database where data are storing. There should be a manager and there should be the users, we the user. We don't know about the storage structure, how the data is storing, how the data is accessing the hardware devices, secondary storage devices, how data is storing electronically. We don't have to deal with all this complexity of a data storing structure. What we are doing, if we want to store something, we are dealing it with the DBMS. DBMS is responsible to store those data logically and electronically on the database. If we need some data from the database, DBMS is searching those data efficiently and within no time it is providing me the data. That is the main function of a DBMS. That is the end user, that is we are the end users. Others application programs means, suppose I am using railway reservation system. Railway has its own application programs through which we can log into the database system of the railway. That means another database management system programs is there. Suppose it is a railway reservation system portal. Suppose this one. This is the user. We are dealing with the railway reservation portal. Railway reservation portal is dealing with the DBMS software, and DBMS software is responsible to storing all those data. While when user need it or user want to store it. So end user and other application programs and database itself to capture and analyze those data. Means according to analyze those data means according to the user need, that DBMS software is delivering the output. Now why we need this database management system? That is the purpose. The main purpose are the basic main purpose is store data in a centralized location. Means there is a only location where all the original data are stored. No repetition of data will be stored in the database. Suppose I have a file with name, class, role. If I want to send some part of the file to other person, suppose I may use some C programming language to access those files, or I have created another file with name and class. Name and class. Suppose I want to send another file to another person with only name and role. So see, already I have created three files. Now I am dealing with less amount of fields. If there are thousands of fields, thousands of data are there, then what will happen? Three files are there. Consequently, the files may be increased. So if I changes any name over here, it may happen I have to manually change the name of the person over here also, or else there will be a mismatch of data. I am using the same data with different values, so that can be done. So stored data in a centralized location. The exact data will be stored and updated in the main file. Multiple user can access those files, but the end updated information will be stored in the main location, so that whoever from wherever can access the file will get the ultimate updated result. Provides data sharing, which I have told. It is a functionality of a database that concurrently it provides an environment through which multiple user can access the file. Suppose take it as an example, railway reservation system. Again, throughout India or throughout world we are accessing the informations, but the server who is storing all those data is one. So all the data are storing in a centralized location, as well as it provides a environment through which we can share and access information. Provides convenient and efficiency environment to share, modify and retrieve information as required. It means convenient means easy to use. Suppose come here, if there is no database management system, then for normal user they have to be highly educated in database management system, or how to control the data, how the data structure, how the data stored in the hard disk, how the data will interact, how we will interact. We have to know all these things, programming languages, as well as to retrieve and to entry those data in the hard disk. But due to this management system, it makes our work easier. We don't have to know all these things. We are getting a portal through which we can create some query to the database, we can modify something, we can update something, we can store something, we can access something. We don't have to remember or learn about the internal mechanism of the hardware or storing devices, or the process inside the storing device or the database. So it provides a convenient way, that is easy to use, user friendly and efficient environment. Out of those trillions and trillions of data, if an individual person needs something from a database, within no time the database will return you the required information which you need. So out of those data, means there are thousands of items that are stored, but out of that 1000 items you need only 2 items to be retrieved from the database. That 2 items becomes the information. The meaningful data are called information. So information may be changes according to the user. If I need some data from a database, that data became information for me. If other needs some other data from a database, that data becomes information for the other users. So information may vary depending on the demand and need of the users, but the meaningful information for an individual user becomes information. So efficiently means within no time we are getting the information. That means it provides an interface or environment to share our data, modify our data, and retrieve our data as required. In the next videos, we will discuss about what are the basic functionalities of our database management system. Thank you.